Hey guys, Pro here at VIP Outdoors. Just got back from a mountain lion hunt and we are going to make carnitas. Carnitas are traditionally a pork shoulder fried dish, but ultimately what we're looking for with the finished product of carnitas is a nice crispy caramelized outside with a fork tender middle. So here's what we're gonna do. This is gonna be a little bit different for some of you, but stick with me, and it's a recipe you're really gonna enjoy. What you're gonna need, again, is pork. I got a little bit of mountain lion also we're gonna introduce. You need lard, 1 cup of lard, a soda, orange, salt, and bay leaves. That's it. It's literally it. Very simple. It's just more of a process to make it than anything. It takes some time to make. So if you have the patience to make it, it comes out really nice. So let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to start with, like I said, 16 ounces of lard. This is not a healthy meal. It is healthy for the soul maybe, but definitely not for your cholesterol level. The reason we go with lard is we need that really high smoke point, right? And you could achieve it with other things, but lard is really the traditional way of making carnitas. Carnitas, the way it's traditionally made is you start with a caso of lard, which is a big pot of lard, and then you literally take a pig and you dissect it, and you have different things going in at different times. You start with like the cueritos, which is the skin, the tripas, the buche, and then the last part of it is what we call the carnitas. The carnita translate as meat, and so that's what everyone's familiar with. So we're kind of skipping all the first parts, getting the lard in there, and then going straight to carnitas. I am gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna go with this SRV pork collar, and we're gonna do a total of 4 pounds of meat. This is 4 pounds in itself, so I'm gonna cut it in half. I'm gonna do 2 pounds of SRV pork collar. I'm gonna do 2 pounds of mountain lions. Very important, when you are cooking carnitas, you want big chunks of meat. You don't wanna cut it up too fine, because again, you want that caramelized, crispy outside, and you want nice tender middle. This SRV boar collar is a great cut of meat. If you look in here, you have really nice fat to meat ratio there. And now the star of the show. Good old-fashioned mountain lion leg right there, guys. Really is just a cool animal that we're lucky to be able to harvest. You know, at the end of the day, you are eating cat, so you got to make sure that any predators, whether it be cats or bears, you got to make sure you cook it up to a minimum of 165 internal temperature, just to avoid getting sick, right? So this is again a great way to do that, but also end up with the tender product. So I'm gonna cut about 2 pounds off of here. And we're just gonna eyeball this guy here. Probably pretty close. I'm gonna do a little bit more. Nice fat in there. All right, get this guy put aside. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim this up because there's still a little bit of the earth left on that guy. Nice big chunks. I like that. When I say a big chunk, we're talking, I don't know, what is that? 3 inches by 3 inches or so. A couple inches thick. But you want it all uniform so that some don't dry out and then some are underdone. You want the consistency of all your final pieces to be the same. All right, got it all chopped up. Again, we want pretty consistent pieces here. Here's my mountain lion, and then here's my pork, my SRV pork. So pretty consistent, nice heavy chunks. That's what we're looking for. Total of about 4 pounds there. Now that my lard is completely melted, I want to check, make sure it's gonna fry. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and put it in there. And don't mess with it. Just get it in there and leave it alone. I got it about a medium-high heat right now. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit to about medium. And we're gonna let it go in there for about, half hour. And start getting that char. Using a nice Dutch oven like this outside really helps retain that heat, especially during the winter time like this when it's really cold. That's a really good way to do that. So again, just make sure everything's in there. Pop a lid on it. Kind of keep an eye on it, but realistically, you're not going to do anything to it for at least half an hour. So half an hour, we'll come back, we'll check it, we'll actually flip each one of those pieces in the pots. All right, guys, so we've let our mountain lion carnitas go for about an hour, and this is what we have. Within that hour, I came out and literally just churned them once. And now we have this really nice charred outside. I say charred, but almost caramelized, fried outside. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the remainder of our ingredients here. I'm gonna start 1 large orange. The juice and the orange go in itself. A couple bay leaves. We have good old-fashioned Coke. And don't worry too much about the quantities. I'll put the quantity of the ingredients down in the description for you. And then we are going to do 4 cloves of garlic. Let me get the skins out there. And we're gonna do now we're going to do 4 cloves of garlic. Last but not least, a little bit of salt. I love that. All right, give it one last little mix here. Again, bring that heat to about a medium. We're going to cover it. We'll let the carnitas go for 2 hours actually. First 30 minutes came out and flipped them. After the second 30 minutes, so after an hour overall, I came out and I put the rest of the ingredients in. And here's what we got. Check it out. And you can see everything is nice, tender, pulling apart. But you also have that really nice caramelization on the outside. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna get a pretzel bun. Open those bad boys up a little bit. And you definitely could let this strain just a little bit if you wanted to, but we're gonna go straight from the pot to the bun. And just like that. See how that pulls apart nice and easy? That's what we're looking for. We also got a little bit of that texture and that caramelization on the outside. And take some roasted salsa, go right on top. A little bit of slaw that we made, just cabbage, cilantro, onion, pickled jalapeno juice. And what else we got? Crema, just like that. Top them off. Make one of them look fancy. Our grilled jalapeno. And there you have mountain lion carnitas in a, I don't know what you call it, like almost a barbecue pulled pork style. Good combination. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed it. It's a great way to jazz up some of that game that might be a little bit intimidating. I guarantee if I were to serve this and not tell anybody what it was, they would absolutely love it. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.